Okay, so today we're putting two heavyweights of social assistance in the ring, Brazil's Bolsa Família and Germany's Bürgergeld. One program is designed to support nearly a quarter of an entire country's population, while the other is built to turn unemployment into a new opportunity. Let's get right into it.
So let's just get straight to the point. The big question we're all thinking. Which one of these programs actually helps more? It's a simple question, right? But it sets up this incredible clash between two totally different ways of thinking about how to fight poverty and inequality. And right here, this is really the heart of the matter. It's the perfect way to think about it. You've got Brazil's program, which is like a classic safety net, catching families to break that cycle of poverty. Then you have Germany's, which is much more of a trampoline. It's designed to bounce a person right back into the workforce. Two giants, two very, very different goals.
All right, so first up, let's really get to know the contenders. What exactly are these massive programs, and what are they trying to do?
First, let's talk about Bolsa Família. It got a big relaunch back in 2023, and at its core, it's what's called a conditional cash transfer program. The main goal is to fight extreme poverty, to make sure families can get the essentials. But there's a key condition. It's laser-focused on breaking the poverty cycle for kids by tying the money to health and education.
And when we talk about scale, wow, just look at these numbers. We are talking about 54 million people. That's about a quarter of the entire population of Brazil. It's a huge safety net for families living on less than 218 reais per person a month. The scale is honestly hard to wrap your head around.
Okay, now let's hop across the Atlantic to Germany. Here we have Bürgergeld, which literally means citizens' money. This program replaced the old Hartz IV system in 2023. And it's not just about giving people enough to get by. No, its entire purpose, its DNA, is all about job training and getting people back to work. Think of it as a support system with a very clear exit ramp, getting a job.
And you can see right away, the numbers here tell a totally different story. We're looking at about 5.4, maybe 5.5 million people, so around 6 to 8% of the German population. Its focus is, well, laboral and integrador. Basically, it's all about work and integration. It's way more targeted. And something important to know for 2025, the payment values are actually being frozen to help control government costs.
Okay, let the main event begin. It's time to put these two programs side by side. We're going to break it down round by round, from how much they pay out to what they ask for in return.
So let's talk money. How the payouts are structured is a huge difference. With Bolsa Família, you get a base of 600 reais for the family, plus extra cash for young kids. Bürgergeld, on the other hand, gives a higher base amount, 563 euros to a single person. But, and this is a huge but, the German state also covers your rent, your heating, and your health insurance on top of that.
And just to put that number into perspective, that base payment of 563 euros in Germany, that converts to roughly 3,378 Brazilian reais a month. And remember, that's before rent or heating are even paid for. The sheer difference in value is just massive.
So who actually gets this money? For Bolsa Família, it's low-income families in the national database, with priority given to those with children. It's also really important to note that 73% of the people receiving it identify as Black or Pardo. For Germany's Bürgergeld, it's pretty much anyone over 15 who can work but can't support themselves, and that includes legal immigrants and refugees. But the rules are getting tougher in 2025, with stricter checks on people's savings.
Now, you don't just get this money with no questions asked. Both programs come with strings attached. And these conditions really tell you what each program is all about. Bolsa Família requires school attendance and health checkups. It's an investment in the next generation. Bürgergeld, on the other hand, demands a commitment to finding work. You have to attend meetings, accept reasonable jobs, and take training courses. If you refuse, your benefits can get cut.
All right, let's get to the scorecard. We've seen how they're supposed to work, but what's the real-world impact? What are they actually achieving on the ground?
Whoa. Okay. Just look at this. The difference in sheer reach is stark. You have Bolsa Família covering 54 million people. That is 10 times more than the 5.4 million covered by Bürgergeld. This chart really says it all. Brazil goes for mass coverage, while Germany takes a much more targeted approach.
So what are the big wins for each? Well, both have a lot to be proud of. Bolsa Família has been incredibly successful at reducing child poverty and overall inequality. Bürgergeld, true to its mission, has helped lower unemployment among its recipients and, really importantly, boosted their confidence. But it's not all smooth sailing. Both are hitting some headwinds in 2025. In Brazil, budget cuts mean it's harder for new families to get signed up. And in Germany, the benefit freeze and tougher sanctions show there's a real political push to incentivize work.
Okay, so here we are. After looking at all of this, let's circle back to that big question we asked at the very beginning. It's verdict time. Which program truly helps more?
You know, this quote from the analysis really just nails it. Brazil is more focused on welfare, Germany is more focused on integration. It cuts right to the chase, doesn't it? Brazil's approach is about alleviating poverty right now, providing welfare. Germany's ultimate solution is integration back into the workforce.
And that's really the final answer. There is no single winner here. You can't just say one is better. The best program totally depends on what a country is trying to achieve. Is your main goal to fight massive systemic poverty? Or is it to get individuals back into a strong labor market? They're different tools designed for completely different jobs.
So I'll leave you with this one last thought, a really interesting question to chew on. What if you could take the best of both worlds? Imagine a social program with incredible scale and focus on child development from Brazil, but you combined it with Germany's powerful engine for getting people back into jobs. What would that even look like? It's a pretty powerful idea to think about. Thanks for watching.